Okay, Roxanne, we got to make the pumpkin filling.
All right.
So we have a cup here of pumpkin puree, and when you buy that in the can, you always have to make sure that you're not buying the pumpkin pie mix, which has other things in it. You want just the pureed pumpkin. And then a cup of packed brown sugar, and that's the light brown sugar, which means it has less molasses in it. So now we're just going to mix those two together. And I'm going to scrape down the sides because I've got some little pieces of brown sugar that have jumped up in the process. So we're going to mix that just a little bit more. So our brown sugar has mixed with our pumpkin puree. So now we want to add a couple of large eggs, a pinch of salt, a little bit of vanilla extract, and that's pure vanilla extract, and then some spices. And we've got nutmeg in here and cinnamon and a little bit of clove. Smells like Thanksgiving. And then a teaspoon of lemon juice. And then the last ingredient, which is my favorite, is mascarpone cheese. And this is like an Italian cream cheese. It's very rich, and it's going to give a kind of a light texture to the pumpkin mixture, but it's also going to add a really nice flavor. I really like it. So now we'll mix it till it's all blended. Scrape down the sides here. That looks like it. Let's give it a look. It looks nice. Okay. And now we want to get that pie crust out of the fridge. Now, a couple of things about pumpkin pie. The crust can get soggy, which you don't want. So this is nicely chilled, so I don't think we're going to have any problems. And I've got my oven at the right temperature. But to prevent it from getting soggy, you can brush it with a little egg white and then refrigerate it. Or you want to make sure that your oven is hot enough. And one thing that everybody ought to have that bakes is one of these oven thermometers, because they only cost a few dollars, but they give you a reading of exactly the temperature of your oven. All right, so in goes the filling. Spread that around nice and even. Put it into the preheated oven. And I'm going to set the timer for 50 minutes. However, I'm going to look at it before that. It's probably going to take 55 minutes. I want that to be set, but I don't want the crust to get too brown. So there's something you can do, these little gizmos here, which you can put on the crust. This one's silicone, this one's aluminum. You can just set that if you see that your crust is getting too brown.